It's like a whole family of resellers, man.
Yeah.
They're like gypsies.
Yeah, so what do you ladies got going on? Like I saw recently, is it an EP that you guys are dropping together?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, let the people know who you girls are. What is it that y'all do?
So we are BreeKay and Kasairi. That's how you say our names.
Shots fired.
We're cousins. I think we might have mentioned that already, but
yes,
been making music together.
You're cousins, but you're also twins, right?
We're also twins. Yes, we're also twins. So we've been making music together since 2014, I think, and we haven't put out an actual project with multiple songs on it in like 3 years.
Wow,
it was a really long time because we used to put out music every month. So we're very excited about this project. We really like it. Mm-hmm. We hope that other people do too, obviously.
So Assassins was 2017?
Yeah.
Dang, that seems like it was just yesterday. That's wild.
Oh, so when are you dropping?
Black Friday.
Oh, Black
wow.
Friday.
Like right now.
Friday.
Wow.
So we got Jared, we got Hurt, and now we have
now Bree, Kasairi.
Yes.
Wow.
Pre-order,
so how long?
Save, all of that is up right now.
Dope.
Yep, I got my joint saved.
So how many tracks y'all got?
Right now.
3.
And what's the name of the EP?
Gradient Dream.
Radiant Dream?
Gradient
Dream.
Like Photoshop.
Yes.
Gradient.
This guy. Wow. So how many tracks we talking?
3.
Oh, 3. Oh, did she said 3? Oh.
Okay, so what happened?
They fire.
They
fire too.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
Heard him? Jimmy heard him?
You heard him?
Yeah, man. I got exclusives. You know I get exclusives, bro. You know I get exclusives, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to tell y'all that it's a podcast of 4. All right.
Right. No, you know what? It's funny. When we were like writing the list, I was like, should we do that? Should we do TNC? Like, I don't know if they would want to, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, let's just use Jay's LA because we're more.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
Now we know.
But yeah, everybody send y'all track to us.
And free merch, right?
And free merch.
If you want.
We'll check it out. But that's cool.
What happened was we initially were projecting to release a full project this year, but then with the whole, just how this year went, it was very limiting with, photo shoots and whatever, all of the space, basically limited amount of space, like all of these restrictions. So we're like, okay, well, we'll just push that one back, but we did want to release something. So we basically decided to do these songs. So then this project was made fairly quickly.
So this was during COVID, you guys created this project or before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the songs are new. It's nothing like we pulled this out of the bottom of the barrel and throw it out here. Yeah, all of them are new.
Yeah.
Now I did hear in like one of the stories, I heard some of y'all like music. I guess it's the previous music, and the quality was like top of the line. Like, where are you guys mixing? Are you doing your own mixing? Are you like?
Yeah, Bree's the mixer.
Thank you so much. So thank you.
Yeah, like, did you go to school for that or something? Because I listen to music and sometimes the quality is just like, we're listening to the quality. And I was like, yo, this is like top, like up there with, you know what I mean?
Thank you. No, I didn't. So I've been making beats since 2007. So I kept making beats. And then at some point, every producer, like, your world is rocked when you find out what mixing is because you didn't know about it. And now you know you need to do it because your stuff sucks. Right? So I got on YouTube, started watching this channel called The Recording Revolution. And he had like multiple series called 5 Minutes to a Better Mix. And I probably spent like 3 days, like 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours each day, just like going through those series.
Wow.
And trying to learn as much as I could. And so I always feel very insecure about my mixing. So I try to make it really good. Like, I really spend time trying to like make it as good as I can. Cause
that's dope though.
Yeah.
Wow. Shouts out to YouTube University.
For real talk.
All right. That's what's up. Yo, it definitely sounds from the previous music that I heard. So this
now
new
must
music
be-
is probably even more crispy.
right.
I hope so. I hope so.
Extra.
Now, do you guys rap, or is it just singing, or is rapping and singing?
We do both, but we sing a lot more than we rap.
In this project, it's singing.
Only, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And is this like worship music, or is it like our day-to-day life?
It's like country. I'm just kidding.
Mixed with a little bit of trap, right? Country trap.
You'll have to find out. I'm just kidding. It's like, well, I feel like it's really hard to like put us in like this genre. I know that sounds super snobby. It's not. I promise you.
Mhm.
Like we just have a hard time with trying to like.
Right. I think
Eclectic, right?
Jada's LA can probably do a better job at saying what our music sounds like or what it is.
Right.
Because we're terrible at doing that.
No, I would say it's eclectic. You know what I'm saying? Like you get it's like a journey almost. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like when I was listening to the project, I was like, okay, this is fly. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like, and the first joint that I heard was kind of like an electronic vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? And then the second joint was like, it was a worship song. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that's what I'm saying. It's like this journey, you know what I'm saying? Because you just go through, different peaks and
He
valleys.
can't even explain it. He can't explain it either.
I'm not lying.
I mean, it was
Go ahead
dope.
and explain it.
So it would probably be like a fuse of like pop, electronic, R&B. I think that would be like
Yeah.
And like
that's a good way to
orchestral
describe
yeah,
or like
Wow.
cinematic type
yeah.
stuff.
That's cool.
By any chance,
seen-
you guys know
Oh, yeah.
why I'm getting an error for Apple Music?
No, maybe. Wait, Ari mentioned something about that. I think you might have to go to iTunes and
Tag.
Search.
Where you,
Do it there.
Oh, okay. All right.
you click the link. Is that what happened in the bio?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
sorry,
the-
we got to try to fix that.
I saw
Thank you.
Selah also reposted you guys, right? In his stories.
He did?
Was it Selah?
I didn't see it.
I
I
think
think he did. I think he tagged you. He was
Yeah, I
like,
think he
people I
tagged you.
need to get music from or something.
Oh, but
yeah,
not
he
a
did.
project.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he did
not a
that.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
that's
very nice. I think it's so sweet, like people sharing their platforms that have like much bigger audience.
Oh no.
We lost
What
your
happened?
Audio can't hear you.
We lost your audio while they're working on it. 1 second.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I thought I heard.
You're
nice. There we you're in and out.
In and out.
All right.
can you hear us?
There we go. Yes.
Yeah. So you said something about sharing platforms. Go ahead.
I think it's really nice of people to share their to use their platforms to share our music, especially when they have bigger audiences. It's just like really sweet, and we're like honestly super grateful for like the people that we have around us, our circle, but also just like the people that are actually like fans of our music,
Mhm.
and just the people that
Right.
we've met in like CHH or music wise. Like it's really nice when people share our stuff.
Like, thank you guys for
Right.
sharing your platform with
honestly,
us.
yes.
Because you totally
Absolutely.
Little old
problem.
us.
Yeah, just little old us.
Hey, that's the same way we feel about this podcast when people start adding us.
Yeah,
For
true
real.
story.
Yeah, it's true. It was like, wow, little old us. Like, who would have thought?
Aw.
You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Especially when
That's
they leave,
dope.
like multiple comments and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, like y'all
Which
really
is-
commenting all
continue.
day.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
very true, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to BreeKay and Kasairi for commenting on the videos, man.
Word.
I
Yo,
but
who
I just
who-
want to say I love this podcast. Like
Yeah,
I really do.
seriously.
I listen to every
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Word.
Oh,
Okay.
appreciate
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, we got some
Appreciate that.
fans, guys. You hear that? We got some supporters. That's what's up, man.
That's what's up.
Oh, it's
Yo,
mutual.
who made your album cover?
My brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, the one with the PS5?
Yes. So I
Oh,
only
this
have
is
one
a
brother.
jack of
But
all trades.
he's really good at a lot
He's a
of
web designer too.
yeah.
What?
Wow.
This
Yeah.
dude snatching
He's
PS5
talented, dude.
and making album covers. This dude.
And then build a website for it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Now, Bree, you made all the production for this album, like the beats.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
like all of our music.
Do you like singing to your own beats, or are you like,
I do. I like
Okay.
doing both. Singing to my own beats and then our own beats and then other people.
Okay, because I know some people, they're like, I don't like singing on my own or rapping on my own beats. You know, I rather
Because they're bad. Okay.
Oh. Well, what's been the hardest thing about this EP?
This one?
Yeah.
Or was it hard? Maybe it's just natural.
No, there was a lot of material. There was enough material this year to talk about. It was
okay.
It's pretty easy to make, so I think this one came fairly like
quick and easy. Because the EP that we've been planning on has been taking forever.
Yeah.
So there's more.
Yeah, there is more to come. Like we have a whole
There's
other
always
project,
more with these two.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Like, you guys have enough? Like, do you plan on having? Like, I mean, because it can go another route, right? You can just have a whole nother direction, and then scrap that, and you know what I'm saying, just create something whole new, or what you already have recorded, you already got plans for. And like, all right, this is for this album.
Yeah, it's more like that. We try to be good stewards. We don't want to like make stuff and not put it out. So, and I obviously like Bree, she does everything. So like, it's only considerate to be like, it takes so a long time to make beats and like, it's time consuming to like mix, producing, all of that stuff. It takes a while, and then she has to like, it just takes a long time. So we're not going to make beats or make songs and then not put them out. Usually they are planned, and we'll talk about concepts. Like, what do we want to say? Blah, blah, blah.
So does this happen together in the same space, or is this like, hey, send you a beat, write to this, and think of what you came up with? Or is it you guys come together and listen to a beat and then vibe out to it? I was going to ask that
too. How's the writing process?
It depends. Well, it kind of changes. Well, like for this project, for example, the first song I had written and produced and recorded and stuff by myself at first, because I wanted to make a bunch of songs during COVID. And then my job called and was like, we need you to come back full regular hours. I was like, oh, dang. Like I was just about to start really making money. I mean, making music. My bad.
Making money. Nah, you're right.
See where
you're right.
right.
You're right. That's right.
My bad. But so I made like, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe like 5 half written, half produced songs. And when I showed them to her, she really liked that one. And then she's like, we should do a project. So we kept that first song. And then the other 2 songs, she was with me when we came up with the whole concepts. We started the production, started the chord progressions, started some of the vocals and stuff like that. Like we were together. So it just kind of depends.
How long did it take to do all of it?
And then usually like those 2 songs that we did together, then it starts coming in pieces. Like she'll like continue on with it and then send it to me. What do you think of this? Is there anything that you'd like to add or take away? Stuff like that. And then I'll tell her. And yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Are you guys picky when it comes to things that you make? Like, do you re-record like a million times? I know I didn't like the way it sounded or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys have drafts and then you come back and say, yeah, let's do that riff over. And so everything is in BreeKay's studio then?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, you two being cousins, right? How did you both come to Christ like at the same time? Was this like, was one a Christian trying to recruit the other one to come to Christ? Like, what was that? How was that process of
She's gonna be like her brother was selling a PS2 or something, and then he gets something Christ.
He was selling Christ.
Yeah, he was selling Christ.
I got Bibles.
limited edition Bibles. King James version.
Oh. Well, our family, we grew up in church. So our whole family is like church goers, saved.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
and right. No. Yeah, like 90% of it.
Yeah.
But her parents were the youth pastors
at my church.
At her church. But even in like when we were younger. Directing choir, like we would be in choir, like doing like, gospel music, like all of that stuff. So, but yeah, continue. Sorry.
Okay, well, so when I was in high school, because we were like close sometimes off and on growing up, because her and my brother are the same age, and then I'm a year younger than them. So we were like always at my grandma's house at the same time during the summers and stuff like that. But when I was a senior in high school, she actually wanted to start coming to church with me on Wednesdays because our aunt, well, I guess you had stopped going to church, right? When she was like 18 or so.
For like a year. Right? It was like for like a year. It was like, or maybe it was less than that. I don't know. It wasn't like a long time.
So
she's like, don't judge me. It was only a year.
No, because I didn't even know. Like I didn't even know that if you went to church, if you didn't, like I just didn't know.
Right.
But one of our aunts started like forcing her to go to church with her because our aunt is like so pushy. Like, yeah,
she's like
very pushy. So
everybody has an aunt like that.
Yeah.
Oh
no, she's like, I'll pick you up and I'm gonna be there at this time. And yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Praise God.
Oh my gosh.
So she started making her go back to church, and then I guess that's when you kind of started coming to Christ, and then you hit me up and were like, can I start coming to Bible study with you on Wednesdays? Mm-hmm. So that's when you started coming with us to Bible study. And
we kind of started making music when I would go to her house earlier than
whatever time we had to leave.
Yeah. And so we kind of started like making music then, I guess.
So were you guys were doing music before just individually? Like you guys were singing in church or playing in the choir or anything like that?
I was always singing in church.
Yeah.
You too?
Same. Mm-hmm.
And I was always writing songs, playing the keys. I had started making beats like a few years before that happened, or a couple years before that happened. So yeah, I think, and then also though, like sometimes when we used to get together as kids, we would like write poetry or we would like write little songs and stuff. So
right. And then you like hindsight, you're like, okay, that's what that was.
Yeah.
So it was like,
you just, I don't know. I guess I thought everybody did it.
Right.
So what happened? Kasairi, what happened when you turned 18 and that you decided, I don't want to go to church or?
What do you mean? What happened?
Like, why'd you stop going?
Like, why'd you stop?
Why'd you want to backslide?
I was just rebellious. I think that like,
why'd the devil have you bound?
You're dumb. Oh, that's hilarious. I think that just like not having that own relationship with God, you kind of just like think of church as like, okay, this is something that you do every Sunday, every Wednesday, and you're just going and nothing's really happening. But then when you start to develop that relationship with God, you're like, okay, this is why people go. Like this is, you start to see that value in your relationship with God. So I really didn't have that. I think that's why. And then also, I'm really so like when I had first started going to my church, the one that I've been at for like years, I didn't initially go to the youth. So I was not in youth. So I didn't have like a foundational like people that I could talk to and relate to and stuff like that, because I was very like introverted. I did not want to talk to anybody. Like I don't like that whole thing. So I would stay with my mom in the services. And so I really didn't have a lot of friends around me that were like going to church and like Christian and stuff like that. So I think that's also why I kind of just fell off and like wanted to do my own thing. I don't like being told what to do, stuff like that, but yeah.
So you don't think that, I guess it was just you were going to church pretty much. It wasn't really like I had that encounter where it was like, all right.
Right.
I got like, God now. Like I know God.
Yeah. So like, right. Exactly. And even when I started going with Bree, there was like one time where they had this spoken word artist do spoken word. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so dope. Like I've never heard of this. Where have I been all my life? And that is kind of when I realized that is where the poetry comes into play in my life, like the gift that God has for me, or one of them, whatever. And I was like, I heard that and I was like, no, I'm doing this spoken word like stuff. So that, and then I went home and started writing. And I think that is kind of also what sparked like a new love for God. Like, you just start
like a passion.
Yeah. A passion, and just seeing that unfold kind of like made me like appreciate God and his plans for our lives so much more. Because it's not only like, I think that people get caught up in like, oh yeah, I have a nice voice, or oh yeah, I'm a great songwriter and stuff like that. And like, but the thing is, it's like not about you. Like it's about other people, drawing other people to God and directing them to God and have, you know what I mean? Like just letting people know God loves you. Like as you are. And even earlier when you were talking about how people like with your cousin who murdered people or something like that.
Yeah.
And you were saying that people look
He'll
at
murder someone, not people.
Okay, someone.
He's not out here like a serial killer.
Right.
Like people.
Yo.
Son of Sam.
No, and you're sorry.
Nah, it's all good.
No, and you're saying like people kind of look at him differently, and I think that it's just like that's what makes your relationship with God so beautiful. Is like we love each other with conditions, and God loves people unconditionally. Like He died for you, like and with everything that you've done, and knowing what you're gonna do, already did all of that stuff, and He still loves you. He don't look at you any type of like with a side eye, like people like you know how we do when we know what people done, whether they done you dirty or your family dirty. You're like.
Right.
Yeah. You.
Right. No, but yeah, I think that it just helped me appreciate like God and His love for me way much more, and it helped me.
But that's similar to like the Psalms, right? In a way where it's like, they were communicating that love for God and God's love for them and what they're going through in their life. So yeah, that's dope, man. That's really dope. So you, Bree, you were in church since young.
Yeah. So there was like a point, I think probably from like birth all the way until, I don't even know, after I graduated college, like I might have missed one Sunday that entire span of my life. Like I was at church every Sunday, every Wednesday. We had praise team rehearsal on Thursdays, and my church is pretty far from my house. So like it was a commute, but my parents, like it wasn't a choice for us. Like there was but also like, it wasn't like we didn't want to go. Like we wanted to go, and we used to serve alongside our parents and stuff like that. But church, I feel like was kind of like a social thing for me when I was like in high school. I always say I really got saved like when I was in college, because that was like the first time that I had like, I was by myself, didn't have like, somebody there making me do anything, making me read the Bible or keeping me accountable to pray, like nothing like that. Those were the things that I had to do on my own. And that's when I really established my personal relationship with Jesus. Like, I feel like part of that, it was, I don't know, like it was kind of there. And like, I knew like, obviously I knew about like the redeeming power of Christ. I knew how like God could restore things. I saw it in my family. I saw it, in other people. But I just feel like for me personally, I didn't really know, or like, I just didn't have that like closeness with God.
Right.
Wow. That's dope.
Yeah.
So that reminds me of like, when the scripture says raise your children, right? Like, or the word of God never returning void, like your parents and your family instilling that in you guys, and just seeing the fruit of that is dope, man. So yeah, man, this project, it sounds like it's gonna be fire, man. Jimmy got a sneak peek. We didn't. But it's all right.
I'm tight.
No, we
hold on.
But
maybe
still
the next
you
one.
about your PS5, all right?
There was but there was also, I had to make a video. I don't know if y'all were prepared to do a video. That was part of the stipulation. You know what I mean? That was part of the agreement.
Did the reaction?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did a reaction video for
Oh, we didn't see that.
Did that come out already?
No, not yet.
There's a
Okay.
promo. There's a promo out today, but it hasn't came out yet.
Now,
so.
are you?
Yo, let's do Jimmy cut his side deals.
Huh?
So were y'all prepared to do that or not?
Because there's still time, right? Tell them there's still time.
Still time. So live reactions or not?
Yeah, possibly.
I'm down.
Quiet cricket.
Talk to my manager. Yeah, nah, we with it. We with
Or
it.
what?
It's a G thing. You know what? Book me on Cameo. But
Yo, that's foul.
Just foul. I'm just playing.
Yeah, so I did a reaction video. But it was like mad easy. I was like nervous at first, right? I was like, dang, like what am I gonna say? What am I gonna do? Whatever, you know what I mean? And yeah, I think you could tell I was kind of nervous in the video.
No.
Yeah.
But it was cool though, because the songs were dope. So it wasn't like, it was more just like, wow, this is dope,
And I was wondering, like, what's gonna happen if if you didn't like it? Like, would you have been honest about it?
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
How'd you do it though? Like, how do you
do a reaction video?
Yeah, well, I mean, in this case, for them.
So I sent out a folder with the tracks in it, and I just asked a handful of people if they could do live reaction while listening to it. You'd record yourself, and then you would send the recording back to me.
Okay.
So, question, all right, because you guys mentioned this. How would you guys feel if somebody had heard it but didn't like it? Like, how do you balance that, or like, what would you have done?
Not put it out.
What could I do? Like, you gotta realize, like,
everybody's not gonna like.
You're not correct, right.
Everybody's not gonna like.
But what if it's somebody like, for example, Jimmy, which obviously you guys sent it to him. If he would have came back and would have been, not us. If he would have been like, I didn't really like this, like, what would, like walk through us, like, what would you have thought? What would you say? Or
I think it's not.
She would have unsubscribed to TNC. Just it'd be that easy.
She'd be like, "Well, I don't like you guys."
Because the only reason why I ask is because a lot of artists, they'll send it to the people, right? And the reason why they send it is not so much so that they could be like, "Oh yeah, this is great," but like to get obviously the feedback. So if you got negative feedback, what would have been the issue?
I think it's natural to like be insecure or like about your music because that's your baby, right? Like you kind of be like, oh, when people tell you stuff, you're like, so should we have done this or what should we have done different and stuff like that? But like, I mean, again, not everything is for you. I don't like everybody's music. Like it's natural.
Sure don't.
That is like normal stuff. So I mean, if Jay's LA wouldn't have liked it, I mean, it would kind of like, you have bad taste. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yo, that's how I feel when I read our comments on our podcast. Obviously, you ain't on our level.
No, you just be like, this guy's a hater, man.
Right.
This is really hating on me.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm too sensitive, and I do not like that. It's so annoying. Like, if Jay's LA probably didn't like it, I probably would still. Well, I would still post it because, like, first of all, he took his time out to listen to the project. Regardless, like, I'm gonna post it. Even if I disagree with it, like, that's his real feelings. And if it wasn't for him, then that's fine. Like.
That's dope that you guys have that where you.
It took me a while to get there, man, because I was like mad, like nervous and kind of insecure when we first started our podcast. And after a while, I was like, man, they don't like it. They don't like it. Who cares?
Right. There are like
we got our 20 regular subscribers. You know what I mean? We good.
I know. I see.
Right. Seriously.
You know what happens? I think people compare you. Or they compare people to their favorite individuals, right? It's like, well, I like this artist, and if you don't sound like this artist or you don't do music like this artist,
trash.
And sometimes they're not open to that, and that's the problem. Is like when you make comparisons, like we're in a space, right, where this podcast, YouTubers or whatever, but everybody's doing their own individual thing in a different way. You know what I'm saying? We have our space and the crew has their space and any other YouTubers that's out there, they have their space and they do it in their way, you know what I mean? And it all works, you know what I mean? Everybody can, you know what I mean, enjoy it. And if they like it, they do. If not, you go to the next person, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, we can.
Like I remember there's like a friend, like he's like, oh, you know, like he loves Southside Rabbi, you know what I'm saying? And like they're dope, you know, KB, and they're like more theological and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah, you guys should do it. Like, and I'm like, nah, that's not what our podcast is. Like, we never intended to be that way. We were barbershop talk from the beginning. That was our vision, you know what I'm saying? Right. We weren't trying to get into theological and deep debates and stuff. That just wasn't us, you know what I'm saying? So
that is kind of one of the I don't know if it's so much an issue, but like people will be like, oh, why don't you post to this, or you know, like do more CHH stuff or CHH centered stuff. And it's like, we don't have a problem with people calling our stuff CHH or even putting us in that category. But I think that like our lane, we know our lane, and we're not going to try to be like, oh, we're hip hop, and we're not hip hop. Like not all of our stuff, you know? So yeah, I think it's just being aware of your own stuff. And we're not ashamed for people to call us like Christian music or Christian artists, like whatever. Like we're just going to continue to do what God put in our hearts to do and say. And when he tells us to speak, we're going to speak. And when he tells us to sing, we're going to write, whatever, you know, like just continue to be obedient. That's all we need to be. He'll handle the rest.
Right,
man.
Oh, amen.
So you guys are dropping any music videos
for this one?
I don't know.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Did you guys do your own videos?
Some TikToks.
Some TikToks. Okay.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Right.
Yeah. That's what everyone's doing, especially during COVID.
Word.
Grab a couple clips. Huh? I did a couple TikToks, but I deleted it because I thought that it was banned, and then they're like,
China, because of Trump.
China.
Gotta listen to your leader.
So I got a question for y'all, and I've asked this to a couple other artists. But when you're done, right? You have the final product, and now it's out. You know, how does it feel that you have that? Yeah, this masterpiece is done and it's out. For the world to hear, and especially the content and the way you wanted it. So how does it feel knowing that it's complete, it's out there, and now let the word go?
Good. It feels good because ultimately, I don't know, you kind of make music and for other people to enjoy. Like, I don't know. I think that art is kind of for other people to enjoy or to consume, even if they don't enjoy it. But as an independent artist, though, like that's low key when the real work begins because you have to push it. You have to be the one to promote your project or be the one to make sure that people actually hear it and see it and know about it.
Right. And that was one of the things that we were kind of like failing on. Like we wouldn't push it after 2 weeks. It would be like, okay, what's on to like, just die out and move on to the next. But this time around, we're like, we're not going to put something out and not push it this time. Like I'd rather not do it.
That's good.
So we came up with a game plan, meeting weekly and making the content for the next week, like the following weeks or whatever. And lately we've been doing good. I think it's easier when you have like another person to hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is work. So I feel like when you're done, it's not necessarily you're done.
Right.
And that seems to be a big misconception with music. It's like, okay, my album's out. Everybody go crazy. It's like, yo, nobody knows your music is out.
Right.
You really gotta push.
Nobody knows you. Right. Who are you?
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. So where can people find you? Where can they find your music?
I'm BreeKay Sounds everywhere on social media.
Can you spell that?
Yes. BreeKaySounds. And then her username is Kasairi, Kasairi, on all social platforms. Our music, you can look us up. We're BreeKay and Kasairi, which is stylized like BreeKay X Kasairi on Spotify, Apple Music, all the places that you find music at these days. And I think that's... Oh, if you want beats, though, I actually have a website. Not only for artists, content creators as well. If you want beats, I have licenses for you, and that is thesearethesounds.com.
Yeah.
Is that where you get that t-shirt too?
Yes, that is where you get
t-shirt is dope.
As well as that one. And that's also where you can get a discount off of any of the merch using TNC10.
Hey.
You'll get 10%.
Are you mixing as well for other artists?
No, not really.
Oh.
It's just too time consuming.
We were gonna send you some music your way. See if you mix that down.
We get TNC 10 on PS5.
I can if you want me to.
He's your ad. Say it again.
You might get it sometime next year. But...
Your ad.
Next year's a month from now.
Hey, is TNC 10 on the PS5s?
About that. I'll have to go to GameStop and try it. I don't know.
Dirty.
Yo, y'all gotta tell me next time Cole's make a drop, all right? Ain't nobody on Cole's website.
Word.
That's what's up. With that being said, we want to thank everybody that listens, watches. If
shout out to the commenters, man. Shout out to the commenters and people who left a review.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Kali Naga who left us a cool review. Probably the dopest review thus far. Everybody commenting, whether you agree with us or disagree. What's your man's name, Switch?
Kyle Manning.
shout out to Kyle. Yeah, you know I mean,
shout out to Kyle,
in the comments, man. We appreciate everybody leaving comments, man.
For real,
That's
man.
facts.
It's all love, brother.
That's facts. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure that you go and pre-order BreeKay and Kasairi's new album, Gradient Dream, out everywhere. They appreciate the support. I definitely will pre-order. Go get your merch at shop.that'snotquestion.com. We got 3 new pieces of clothing coming out. Make sure you use this promo code. Once again, it is thankful THNKFL for 30%. And if you're listening to this after and it's Cyber Monday, it is Cybermon.
Cybermon.
Yeah, for 20%. And if you want to get any of their merch, make sure you use that code TNC10 to get 10% off. And I think that's it. And we'll see you next week. Happy Thanksgiving and peace.
Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.